Episode number 21. 21, I
Yeah.
think. I hope.
Soon it will be a solo podcast.
Soon it will be. And congratulations, Jersey Smeenham is now old enough to drink. Congratulations.
Woohoo!
Yay. Speaking of, are you drinking anything?
No, just seltzer still. Still,
Uh,
summer's
uh,
coming. Got to get ready.
oh my God. Just got to get that beach hard body ready, I guess. I don't
Oh,
know.
maybe Saturday actually. Who knows? We'll see.
So I don't know if anybody notices, but we are down some people. I feel like I feel like we're just they're dropping like flies. Like one had a graduation, one supposedly had an excuse where his computer's doing updates and he couldn't meet us in time, even though he's known it's at 9 o'clock now for the past 21 episodes.
Who updates right before? Who does that? You
I don't know.
update during working hours so you can not work, not during fun hours. That's the rule. I always
That's
update my
like
computer during work hours.
that's like Al. He only likes to poop when he's at work because he wants to get paid while he's doing it.
Always, always, always shit on company time.
Oh man.
When I was working in the city, I swear I used to just be like on my phone for half an hour in the bathroom. That was just my breaks, just till my legs were numb.
It's a
I'm
good way to
on
get
there.
hemorrhoids.
I always have heard that, but luckily, knock on wood, it hasn't happened to me yet. So I'm hoping that that's just a
Unfortunately, it's
miss.
happened to me.
Oh,
Unfortunately.
well, all right. I'm sorry to hear
All,
that.
all I can say is having a bidet is a blessing. That's all I can say.
It's probably Well, it's probably not a blessing if you have hemorrhoids, though. That water is
No,
probably gonna
it,
slice it open.
no 100%. It's because the problem is when you have them, it's like endlessly wiping, going through an entire roll of toilet paper, and then at that point you're just raw at the end.
How did we get here? How did we get here right away? We just started, and now we're
we
right. Now we're wiping bloody hemorrhoids. Unfucking believable. I quit. I quit. I'm
welcome
out.
to Jersey Sweeney.
I'm, I'm fucking done. I'm fucking done.
See, this is what happens when we're a man or 10 short. Look at this shit.
Oh my god! And I'm not even drinking, and this is where we are.
We
This is
had
where we
a
are. Well,
we had a very very busy day today. I mean, anybody
not
who's
we.
anybody,
The world.
the world as a whole. I mean, we have a plane crashing in India. We have
Mhm.
Israel just like literally a few minutes prior to us starting and going live here. Strike
Israel doing
Iran
Israel shit.
yeah, Israel doing Israel
Israel
things.
being Israel.
But more importantly, out of all that, Spaceballs 2 was announced finally,
Because
37 years later.
parody is dead, so let's bring back parody movies.
May the Swartz be with you.
We literally cannot not be any more ridiculous. So I
Yeah.
think Spaceballs is going to look like a fucking documentary.
Too much shit has happened. I feel like Spaceballs could be a mini series by now. They can't fit the past 37, 38 years, however long ago it was when the last one came out. They can't fit all that in 1 2 hour sitting. It's just too much.
Well, just pick the best stuff. You don't. Not everything needs to be 10 hours long.
I guess.
Sometimes a nice 1.5 hour movie is enough.
I mean, Mel Brooks is only what 97 now. Good lord.
I saw the image. She doesn't look that bad. I was like, oh wow, Mel Brooks is looking pretty good.
Well, I mean, he was in the. I don't want. It wasn't a trailer. It was just the announcement. But he was at the end of the announcement video, and
Hmm.
yeah, I mean, he doesn't look that bad. I'm doing the correct lighting and some makeup and maybe some Hollywoodified video there. I don't know.
I mean, he's in his 90s. What do you want?
Is he
I
going
hope.
to be alive for the movie though? It comes out in 2027, 2 years.
Why would you put that jinx out there?
He'd be 99 by the time it comes out.
I mean, he's got the best doctors.
Does he?
I mean, when you have money in America, money is what gets you good health care, and he's certainly
But
not
does he
lacking.
have that much money? I mean, he stopped acting like forever ago, and how many
Well, the
movies
fact
was he in?
he was in, yeah, but that's in the days when residuals really gave you a lot of money. Spaceballs was on TV every fucking 5 minutes when I was growing up. Just kidding.
True.
That money every single time, and he had a bunch of them. Remember, History of the World, or right? That was always on TV. I remember when I was young, and that was when it was all like higher money. You got higher residual money. Now, with streaming, all the creators get fucked. But back in the day, creators actually got paid.
I'm kind of curious. How much money do they make in residuals?
Well, now
Every,
not as much, but it used to be a lot.
I mean, for every lunchbox sold, is it 1/4%? I don't know.
Lunchbox.
Yeah.
Lunchbox. That's royalties, not
Spaceballs the
residuals, though, isn't it?
lunchbox. Spaceballs the movie. Spaceballs the flamethrower. Oh, look at this. Edric is at a Cuban restaurant right now. Unbelievable.
I love that. So I should be there at 9,
I should be there at 9.
and we should know to interpret that as no. He's not. He's gonna miss the whole podcast. If he's at a Roomba, there's no way.
I know where that restaurant is.
And his ass better not try to fucking log on from his phone with loud music in the background and join this podcast, because I'll fucking lose it. You better not. You do not allow him into this with that. Not actually. You know what? I kind of think it would be fun.
Can we stop him? I don't know if you have the link. You join. I don't think you could be stopped.
You can't reject people who join like your link.
I don't know. Let me try and kick someone. Let me see.
No, don't try to kick someone. I'm only one here.
Imagine.
I'm not coming back.
I'm like, well, we just lost our only guest. Sorry, guys, we're ending short. I don't see a kick option. Can I kick? I probably shouldn't be testing this live. Just
no.
Just
I mean, who cares?
Fair warning.
Who cares?
Just refresh. It's fine. Hey Ed, if you're watching this live, can you bring me a Cuban sandwich since you're at a Cuban restaurant?
It looks like Al is watching him live because he's live reporting from the restaurant.
What the fuck?
Yeah, he commented,
and you believed him live from report from. Yeah, right. He'll be live streaming his food. Like, look at my plate. Look at this.
And also, I know that Windows is annoying to update. It doesn't take this long to update ever. Windows
on big updates, it does like 24H2.
Okay.
Was there a major
update? Was there a major update?
I have. Well, not recently. I don't know when was the last time he updated his laptop.
Oh, that's true.
Dave, what have you done?
Unbelievable. Well, at least the internet's working.
Not me. Ed should join. Yeah. I don't know.
Ed should take his own podcast seriously. This is his dumbass idea.
The Jersey Medium featuring Ed.
This is 17 weeks in a row he didn't add one topic to the podcast. It's like he's trying to set a record.
And chat, he was supposedly the producer.
The producer. Producing results. The producer.
What's he producing?
Yeah, we're not even going to put him on the credits anymore.
We have credits.
Special guest appearance by Ed.
Special disappearance by Ed.
Unbelievable.
So you bought plane tickets to Japan.
Yeah, I wasted a bunch of money.
How much were they? I'm curious. I don't think you said.
1,600 and change for nonstop Newark to Haneda Airport.
1,600 round trip. What was that? 14-hour flight?
Yeah, 14-hour flight with a checked bag. It was like 1,400 with no checked bag, but
200 for a single checked bag
to upgrade from economy to like economy plus.
Oh, I'm about to say that's a lot for a fucking checked bag. Oh my god.
No, yeah, I just upgraded to economy plus. I didn't bother like just adding the checked bag later.
Did you happen to see how much first class was? I'm curious.
Yeah, it was over $10,000.
Jesus Christ, that's insane.
Yeah, they always, they have the options there, and I always look just to be miserable.
You
lay down.
You picked a hell of a day to buy the plane ticket after Air India.
Yeah. I was trying to find out. I didn't get to see, like, am I flying on an Airbus or a Boeing? I really would prefer Airbus. I don't want to fly on a Boeing.
Maybe want to avoid a Dreamliner.
I sent the image, so I can't confirm this because I'm not a reporter, but there was one woman who posted on Instagram, and somebody researched it on Reddit. So listen, I don't vouch for any of this. That they found this person's LinkedIn, and they looked like they actually did work for Air India, and they said that this aircraft has had issues for years. Always mentioned in the logbook, the company didn't have a spare Dreamliner. And which is why they were always made to fly this aircraft. She herself had an engine failure on the aircraft before, and it was a similar case where we took off and immediately landed back without being in the air for even 30 minutes.
Oh my!
So, and now listen, do I believe her? I don't know, but Sounds believable. And airlines cutting corners and not doing maintenance and making people fly. That's what people do. Lack of regulations. Never hurt anyone, right?
I
Never
just
hurt
looked it
anyone.
up, and it says the Boeing 787 Dreamliner has a base price of $212 million. Now, there's several variants: 787-8, 787-9, 787-10, and they range between 212 and $289 million. So, I mean, I can understand why they don't have a second 787, but you gotta schedule some downtime in there for some maintenance. I mean, come on.
Well, as you know, India, well known for their safety regulations. So
I don't know. We have the same problems here in America, so we're having a lot of problems with planes lately.
lessons have to be learned over and over again. That's the lesson. That's the big lesson to take away from life.
Is it a lesson? I feel like history repeats itself. More like
That's what it is. We keep making the same mistakes. I think human lives are too short, and human brain, we don't get to carry over knowledge that well. We keep, everybody's born stupid. Unfortunately, we're not born where we can just download old prior knowledge so people can stop making the same dumb mistakes. No, everything old is new again.
I wish I had a USB-C port. I can just plug in and do upgrades.
Like Matrix. What do you want to be red pilled?
Yeah, like a little firmware upgrade. Like I need a newer version that can process memory better, has better memory management. That's what I really need.
I just feel like my entire brain is a recycle bin because that shit is just disappearing all the time. My memory. Well, actually, both of our memories recently have been scarily bad. Scarily bad.
It's so bad.
Mm-hmm.
And some days is worse than others. Some days, like I like, man, the other morning I was getting ready for work and I made my coffee and I have my water bottle. So I fill this up, bring it with me, have it in the car, especially now that it's getting hotter. So I drink more water now.
Mm-hmm.
And I fucking legit, instead of putting the water pitcher back in the fridge, I put my water bottle in the fridge in the same spot on the bottom shelf. And then I go to turn around and leave, and I go to grab the water bottle where I thought it was, and I get a handful of a water pitcher, and I'm like, what the fuck? Where's my water bottle? And then I had a brain fart for 13 seconds, and I'm like, fuck. I'm getting old.
I do shit like that daily. I honestly worry about dementia daily. It's real bad.
Dude, one time I started the Keurig and I thought I put a cup.
Oh no.
I thought I put a cup under it, and I hear this sound of like water splashing. I'm like, what the fuck is that sound? I turn around and the coffee's just fucking everywhere. I'm like, where the hell's my cup? Who took it? Meanwhile, I'm home alone.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God, it's getting bad.
The amount of times I have put keys down somewhere, put an object down somewhere, and literally turn around to look for it and completely forget where the fuck I left it. Just a daily occurrence. They say always put it in the same spot. No, I don't do that. I don't do that. The amount of time I spend doing find my fucking AirPods with my phone, like where the hell did I leave my AirPods?
I don't have that problem with my keys because I've trained myself to always put them in the same spot whenever I get home. So the key situation, I would lose my keys if I didn't do that. And I learned that early. Always put my keys down in the same spot every single time when I get home. And every time I pick them up, make sure you put them back down the same. But other shit too, like cell phones, like you'd be leaving that shit in the bathroom or the kitchen counter.
That's attached to my hand. The cell phone never leaves my person, so I never lose my cell phone. I always fucking have it.
If I order food and I go to the door and I had it in my hand and I got to put it down and I got to grab the food and bring it in, it's like, fuck, where's my phone? And then sometimes what really throws me for a loop is if I'm in the car and it falls out of my pocket and it falls in between the center console and the seat, and I don't realize, and I come in here, I will go fucking nuts. I'll be walking all over the house. I don't have a house phone anymore. I canceled it. There's no point in having that shit. So
phone. The fact that you said the word house phone.
The house phone.
When's the last time you used the word, the phrase house phone?
I can't call it, and it's like, where the fuck did I put my phone? I'll be in the bathroom, the dining room, the living room. I'm looking under the bed. I'm looking for the cat, see if she stole it. I'm like, where the fuck is my phone? And I'm like, let me check the car. Sure enough, that's where it is. It fucking fell out of my pocket.
No, if I forget my phone in the car, it's immediate. First of all, I can't even lock my car if the phone's in there because that's my car key. So that's luckily for me. But I'm always literally, since I can't stand the sound of my own thoughts, I'm always listening to something. So I'm gonna know like, oh, why can't I hear what I was playing on Bluetooth anymore? So let me get my phone out of the car.
Wait, I know you have a problem listening to your own voice, but this is new. What do you mean
Oh,
by not you can't listen to your own thoughts?
You never
Like
saw
your
the meme
voice
where
is in
like,
your
all
head
right, like
too?
when you go to the bathroom. Not that I hate no, I just like be alone with your own thoughts. You ever go to the bathroom and you do not bring your phone anymore? Do you just sit there and just stare into space?
Very rarely. Like it'll be
No.
if it's late at night and I want a quick in out so I go back to bed, then maybe once in a blue moon, but most of the time the
Yeah.
phone's in there with me.
If I'm sitting, that phone's with me.
Yeah.
I'm not sitting there and daydreaming. When I'm in the shower, Bluetooth speaker on, music or a podcast, something. Like I literally am always listening to something. Always, unless it's time to like actually sleep. And sometimes I'm just like, you know what, I would put a podcast in the background to sleep to. Just to have the sound filling.
I'm the opposite. I'm okay with the sound of a fan or an air conditioner or that's what I'll fall asleep to. Even if I have the TV's on too loud, I have a hard time falling asleep. I gotta turn it down. Like I would much rather fall asleep to like it's like ASMR for me. Like I want to hear the sound of a fan or an air conditioner. I can fall asleep.
That usually, yeah. So I'm 50-50 because sometimes like I'll fall asleep during listening to stuff, and sometimes I'm like, I keep focusing on what I'm listening to and I can't fall asleep. So it changes for me. It changes, but I'm a phone addict, like for sure. My phone, I'm always looking at my phone,
But
always reading something.
you mentioned your own thoughts. So do you always
Yeah,
do that so you don't listen to your own thoughts? Like what the hell are you thinking about?
I'm thinking about whatever I'm reading. I'm always, I don't know. Like just to sit in silence is weird to me. To sit in silence and like meditate, I just couldn't do that. Something like that. It just seems crazy to me.
My brain's always going 10,000 miles an hour. So.
Yeah, that's why that's why I'm always reading something, always listening. I have to always be doing something mentally. I can't just like stare into space like Putty from Seinfeld. I'm not like remember the big trend was like raw dogging it on a plane. You saw that? Did you see that meme or no?
Raw
There would be
dogging?
people not that raw
I
dogging,
saw the porn.
not that raw dogging, but like literally sitting on a plane and doing nothing, just staring ahead. No tablet, no reading, just literally sitting in silence on the plane the entire time. People would like be like, I'm raw dogging this flight. And I'm like, I could not in a million years do something like that. I
Way
would
back
go
when
insane.
I used to do that before like,
Would you?
smartphones.
Would you? Or would you be reading the fucking the catalog, the sky market?
I'd read the safety manual.
Yeah, you read anything. Anything to not sit there and just stare into space. You read anything.
What's up,
Like
Dave?
there he is. Mr. Update himself.
Look at that. Dave at
What's going on,
1.5
guys?
frames per second.
Yeah, David
Bloody
240p.
face.
Like David
Dial
240p.
up? What the hell's going on over there?
Early Pornhub videos.
I
This is
have
what
no idea what's going on with this.
this is
computer
what
right
porn looked like back
Mm.
in the day. For all of you that are too young to know, we had to
You have
watch
no
it.
idea how-
We had to watch it at like one frame every 4 seconds.
Yeah, and it wasn't even. It was just compression artifacts. It wasn't even like a blur filter on vaginas. It was just compression artifacts.
Ed is in chat. He's like, "What's up with that Five Below headset?"
Those are Beats. Those are Beats.
Is it Beats?
Yeah, those are Beats. Look
Those
at
are
Ed. Doesn't
Beats.
even know.
Look
Look
at
at Ed.
that.
Doesn't even know.
Look at that
Doesn't
USB-C
even know.
port. It's
These are the
sexy.
Five Below headsets. These fucking Xbox headsets.
Like, I hear him laughing, but his face still isn't. Oh, there we go.
Well, for me, it's moving. Yeah. Oh, Dave, what made you press that update button? What were you thinking?
Normally I set up way earlier, but I rolled the dice today. This thing's completely messing up.
It looks like it's still rolling. To be honest, it hasn't stopped. I don't know what's going on.
Still
the
updated.
hamster hasn't it's still running on the wheel trying to catch up.
Well, at least he showed up. Unlike Cachetero Extreme, Edric, coming on Dominican time.
He tanked his laptop not to join. So Ed's saying he did that to his laptop on purpose.
I just saw Al playing. Al, I guess, is bored at this wherever this graduation dinner is. He's playing Marvel Snap on his phone. Apparently, I just saw that.
Those look like
Unbelievable.
eats, not beats. What?
Anyway, I've been waiting to hear. We had discussed 2 weeks ago, part-timer Dave, part-time podcaster Dave. I watched his recommendation. Did he watch? My recommendation was a lot harder because it's a full season. How much of Free
Right.
Rent did you get through?
I'm probably like 4 episodes in.
Are you fucking kidding me? 4 episodes? Okay, I did watch more than you then. I watched the whole movie at least. It's probably longer than those 4 episodes.
No, 4 episodes in 2 hours.
There,
A
it
little
is
less than
not.
2
They're
hours.
21 minutes each, probably. Definitely not. It's 80 minutes.
Alright.
80 minutes.
An hour
maybe.
and a half. An hour and a half.
Okay. All right. Same as the movie. Mountainhead. Did we talk about? Well, we didn't talk about Mountainhead
We
because
have-
I was the only one who
We
watched
have
it.
not talked about Mountainhead.
The hatred I feel for you for recommending this movie to me.
How was that
Bro,
movie? It sounds like it was
that
really
movie
good.
had your name all over it. So I don't know.
It really
understand why
did.
you're hating me on it.
What's the name of this movie again? I gotta add this to my list. Mountainhead.
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 I told you already. Mountainhead. You got to watch it.
Mountainhead 2020. So it just came out this year.
It's on. It's on Apple TV. That's where I saw
Mountainhead.
it.
Oh, it's HBO
That's right.
original.
Oh, HBO. That's right. That's where I watched it on HBO. So I definitely did on that. Definitely paid for that service.
Hey
Um,
Ed, is this on Plex? We're talking about illegal things on the cast.
Well, that was my joke because I did watch it on Plex.
Oh, perfect. Wait, why is it a 5.4 out of 10?
Too real. Too real.
Yeah, probably because people hating on the
Ah.
connotations it's given.
Because people think that billionaires are smarter than this, and they're fucking not.
Oh,
So
And I started watching that movie just on the whim, right? Like when I saw
Mhm.
Steve Carell, so I'm like, it's got to be good. It's got Steve Carell. He usually does good movies. So I go into watching this movie not knowing anything about it, like not knowing the premise. I just read the
Mhm.
the subtext on it. So like even then, I didn't know
Synopsis.
if it was a serious movie. Synopsis. I didn't know if it was a serious movie or comedy or whatever. So I start watching it, and once I start realizing what was going on, I was like, "Oh my god, this is like Miguel's dream movie."
so wait,
it's
are all
not.
four of these
It's my
all these four-
nightmare.
are all four of these assholes like at a resort and they're billionaires? Is that
It's not a resort. It's one of the guy's houses. Like his
Oh.
basically his survival house. Like how people
like
buy
I'm
houses.
watching a trailer and I mean it looks like fucking Tony Stark's mountain house that got destroyed in Iron Man 3.
It's basically it's in Utah Mountain. It's in the Utah Mountains.
It's on the side of a
Anyway,
cliff, like overlooking a beach or something. I don't know what the hell this is.
Yeah.
It's in the mountains. Mountainhead. It's in the mountains. So the premise is it's 3 billionaires and 1 non-billionaire who I guess not went to college together or like mentored. Like they're supposedly friends. And there's like the main billionaire, the one who is standing. He's like not a Trump. He's a Musk, Zuckerberg combo character.
Oh no.
Mhm.
So he's the richest man in the
That's my
world.
favorite.
He's the richest man in the world, but he doesn't own a Tesla. He owns like a Twitter Facebook mishmash. And he just rolled out AI video. Like he just rolled out the video with no guardrails, and it's really good quality, really good fakes. And now the whole world is basically descending into chaos because people are disseminating fake videos and starting basically riots all over the goddamn world.
What does this sound like?
Right.
Precursor to reality?
It's the guy
Yeah,
who
pretty
made.
much.
It's the guy who wrote Succession, which I don't know if I've watched either on HBO, which was basically predicted the whole Trump rise and the Fox it was a Fox News parody, or is based on the Fox News family, based on the Murdoch family, and that was what Succession was. Amazing show. So he's experienced writing and lampooning wealthy people and how they're no better than the rest of us, and they are amoral shitbags in this movie. They are so out of touch with humanity at all, where they're making jokes about coups, and they're trying to they talk about which countries can they buy now because they can combine their wealth and they can literally buy a country, and kind of like what people are trying to do now. So
Right.
yeah, they're on the phone with the president. They're like, should we coup? Can we coup America? Like they literally end up trying to coup America. Like it's fucking crazy. It's fucking crazy. But yeah, so I highly Lewis. It's right up your alley. This movie is right up your alley too because it's tech. A lot of tech stuff and shit. It's amazing. It's an amazing movie.
It's on my list, so maybe I'll try to watch it before next week's podcast. So I can
It's
do
your
a
homework.
follow-up.
We can do 3
That's
weeks
your
in a row
homework.
talking about it. It's your homework. I'm gonna start assigning homework since
I'll watch it on Father's Day.
okay. Anyway, Free Run, 4 episodes, not enough to judge the show at all. Not even to the best
Yeah.
episodes yet.
Yeah, that from what you told me. So like, I'm not exactly to where I was when I was watching before and I stopped. So like, there's really nothing new or groundbreaking. So like, my synopsis is the same, right? Like, but I'm giving it a chance. I'm trudging. I won't say trudge. It's not difficult. It's not bad to watch. It's not like I'm not enjoying it. But since you're saying it gets a lot better later on, I'm gonna try to get there.
I mean, I loved it from the first episode. I like the emotion of it. The animation's amazing, but the story to me works, and it does pick up story-wise. It picks up, but it is always a mix of like kind of action-based episodes versus more like character-building episodes. But I love the story. I think it's like kind of it's a good mix of like slice of life anime with crazy battles where you're like, where did this come
Right.
from? It's surprisingly like for being, I don't know, I'm not gonna call it a wholesome show. There's some incredibly violent stuff in the show. There's some real like brutal deaths. So it's a good mix. It's highly recommended. Lewis, you'll never watch it because you're anti any anime apparently. Embrace the weeb.
Unless it's
except
unless
for
it's
hentai. He watches hentai.
unless it's porn,
Yeah.
then yeah, it doesn't really interest me.
Yeah, and there's not even any like
There's-
fan service in the show either.
There's no like if there's not even a single tentacle, get the fuck out of here.
Oh my
There's
god.
there's not even a single
Tentacles.
tentacle. Not even a single tentacle. Is there? No, there's no tentacles.
Well, you got to think about it.
I did. There always can be. It's anime. There's always some weird shit going on.
Touche.
So we can't do a full review yet. You
Right.
still can't compare it against Solo Leveling.
Right. I watch all the
Yeah.
Solo Leveling. I've also read whatever
Oh, that's right,
Korean
yeah.
version of manga.
Manhwa.
Wait, is it the one that Al was
Manga.
watching too?
Yeah.
We all were,
somebody-
we all were watching it.
Somebody else was
Ed
watching.
too. Al was watching it. But coming back soon, I was excited. In July, Kaiju number 8 comes back. Were you watching it? You were watching it, right?
I was watching Kaiju number 8.
I already
I
kind
got
of.
the
I already
shirt.
kind
I wore
of.
the short. I wore the shirt to.
Yeah.
No, I didn't. Wait. No, I wore the Luffy number 5 shirt.
Yeah.
But I bought a Kaiju number 8 shirt from Hot Topic.
Yeah, I have some kind of keychain thing I think I got from Comic-Con. But I honestly have completely forgot about the first season. Like, I guess it didn't make too much of a mark on me. Like, I enjoyed it, but I haven't thought about the show since I saw they announced season 2.
Right.
I haven't thought about it. Also,
It is.
finally.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say finally. Well, I was going to go on to what other shows were coming, but what were you going to say about Kaiju number 8?
Well, no. To your point, I mean, I do remember like, but now that you brought it up, I started thinking about the first season. So like, I started like remember what it was about, what was good about it, and everything like that. But to your point, it's easy to kind of like forget these things because one, sometimes there's long delays between seasons,
Mhm.
and then there's so much anime to watch. So like,
Although
you
I feel
kinda
like I've been in a kind of a lull right now. I feel like there's not a lot right now that I'm interested in that's currently in release.
so like the one thing, and I like when like I kind of like prefer stumbling upon an anime, right? But
Mhm.
I also feel like I'm missing out on a lot because there's times like I'm watching either TikTok or Instagram and I see glimpses or things of shows or where anime that looks really interesting or like right up the alley of the stuff that I like. But I've never heard of it. I don't know where to watch it.
Mhm.
We probably use Crunchyroll a lot or whatever. And so if it's not there, like I feel like
Yeah.
I'm missing out on a ton of anime. But at the same time,
Yeah.
I'm not really incentivized to go out looking for this stuff because if it gets big enough, it's gonna fall into Crunchyroll anyway.
No, Crunchyroll sucks. They're not getting all the good stuff now. Netflix is well, and now Don to Don is on Netflix and Crunchyroll, but I watch it on Netflix instead because their app is so much better. Crunchyroll's app is atrocious. The UI is terrible. It's a garbage app.
The
Garbage app.
UI is terrible, but I have no issues streaming this stuff. I've used Crunchyroll for years. I've never had an issue.
I just don't like the way it works, and also I feel like when I'm watching it like on a cell phone connection, it's way harder to get a good connection than on Netflix. Like Netflix streams way better over cellular than Crunchyroll. And so the reason I was saying that is because season 2 of My Dress Up Darling comes back finally July. I swear I watched the first season during like the first year of COVID. Like I've been waiting for season 2 for fucking years for this goddamn show. Finally, season 2. I swear. Some of these enemies, like where's One Punch Man season 3? Where the hell is it?
That's another one. There's just such a big lag time between seasons.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Sakamoto Days is coming back. What was it? Dandadan season 2 starts in July too. Like that shit less than a year. But other shows taking 3, 4 years, 5 years, and randomly get a season 2. It doesn't make any sense to me. It's very frustrating to keep up with. You know?
Yeah.
Lewis is like, fuck you, this topic. I don't fucking care about this fucking anime shit. Lewis, you go to Comic-Con this year?
I was about to get a pillow and just do an ASMR right here for chat.
Did you buy your Comic-Con? Did you buy your Comic-Con tickets, Lewis?
I did not.
Are you going again this year?
No.
New York Comic-Con. No, you're not going this year.
No.
Wow, it's done. I'm not going either.
No.
Really, you're not?
I'll be in Japan.
He'll be in Japan.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm. I'll be there in spirit. I'll be there in gummy spirit.
But I'm gonna go one day, because I feel like I no longer feel the benefit of going 3, 4 days, even 2 days.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like
it's kind of repetitive.
I think everything could be pretty much summed up.
Yeah, unless you're seeing the panels or something, there's really no point.
Right.
Yeah, you can get through the whole thing in one day.
Yeah.
It's kind of like what me and Miguel talked about for Colossal Con. So like that's a much smaller con. So we're like, oh, do we really want to go there at the start and then just kind of like pace around till
we paced around a lot last year, bro.
till the after party part.
Dude,
so now we're planning to look at what panels, see what's interests us, and just go around those times so that we're not just there all day unnecessarily.
We must have walked around that con. We must have probably could have walked the whole panel 30 times. It's small. It's small.
Yeah.
But there was a cool game. It was a cool game room. There was stuff to do. They had a lot of arcade games. It's kind of the same size as like Too Many Games. You went to Too Many Games.
Mm-hmm.
Right, Lewis?
No,
you remember?
I didn't.
No, Too Many Games is bigger.
No,
I didn't go to that. I think didn't Yoel go?
Yoel went.
Yoel went. Yeah.
Sam went. Unbelievably.
Sam went with his girls.
Yep.
Yeah. It was last July or what? I don't remember. Months are just blurring together at this point.
Actually, I think it is coming up in July. I don't know if I could.
No, man, it's like in 2 weeks.
Oh,
yeah,
it's this month.
Even sooner than I thought.
Oh, you're not doing it?
I can't.
Oh, yeah.
I know my daughter wants to do it, so I don't know. I have to look at the prices.
I think it's like 40 something.
That's the one in Philadelphia, right?
It's in Pennsylvania, but not Philly.
Oh, it's not.
It's a greater Philadelphia area expo center, something like that.
Yeah, about to say that.
So it's like right outside. It's like right outside of Philly.
Yeah, it's outside of Philly. Because we were gonna get cheese sticks on the way back. That's the only thing you're well cared about.
Yeah.
But then, of course, Sam decided he wanted to go to some shitty fucking place, and you know how everybody in this group kowtows to Sam's tyranny. So.
Hey, I'm the only one bold, to freaking argue with him in the chat. Everybody else is just like quiet and like talking behind the corners about it.
I argue with him sometimes.
I don't. I archive that chat and I don't even read it. I literally don't even go and read it anymore.
You don't ever talk in there.
I don't read it. I've archived it. I don't get notifications.
He even tags you sometimes to get you to talk, and you don't talk.
That annoys me because even though I have archived it, I'll still get a notification that I've been tagged, and I'm like,
really?
And I just see the little and I'll see the little 1 in my archive.
I'm gonna start tagging you then.
Oh,
You should have
don't get-
told me that.
What's funny is I don't get a notification. I just all of a sudden have like a number 1 on my WhatsApp. It doesn't ping my phone. I'm just like, why do I have an unread message in WhatsApp? I don't even use this shit anymore.
Yeah,
Should've
every
deleted that
once in
app.
a while he tags
I liked when Miguel accidentally commented in that chat. He said like
deleted
one
it
thing,
so fast. And
don't
Sam's like,
think- I don't
"Holy
think
shit,
he deleted it.
he talked. He's alive." That was
I don't
fucking
think he
hilarious.
deleted. I think he just freaking.
I think he printed
just
it out and
went
framed it on his
mute.
wall.
I think
Yeah.
he just went mute after that.
Yeah, because that was an accidental response.
I think that was the first comment too. I don't know if it was Dave, Edric. Someone said like, "Oh, that had to be a fat finger." Like he did that. He did not mean to
I thought it was
say
in a
that in here.
different. I thought it was in a different group chat. Somebody made fun of Yoel's mom or something like that, or Yoel joking. I was like, just like LOL.
Yeah,
That
I
was
think
all
it
I
was-
said.
yeah, I think that's all it was. I think it was just an LOL, and we made such a big deal out of it.
He's like, "That's the first time you've spoken here in over a year. How are you?" He's like, "Fuck off."
No way. No way. There's no way I'm engaging with that troll. That motherfucking troll. Hell no.
Ed, what are you saying in chat near your mom? Where's your mom?
Wow.
What's he talking about?
Ed, you're banned.
Ed,
You're
Ed,
banned.
go home. You're drunk.
So one show that I started watching, I asked you guys to watch it, but it doesn't matter because it's not complete yet. So I won't be here next week, but you guys can talk about it more next week, or we just could wait 2 weeks from now to talk about it more. But I do want to bring it up. I do want to bring because I think it's such an interesting topic. Do you guys remember late 80s, early 90s? The guy that it was all over the media. He was mass cremating bodies.
I do not remember this at all.
All right.
We need context. Mass cremating
So-
bodies of people he's like hitchhiking. He's picking them up. Like, where's he getting these bodies from?
His family, his family runs a
Funeral home?
Okay.
Yep. This is out in California,
6 feet under
Pasadena.
style. Also, we're 6
The
feet
family is
under us.
actually very well respected in the funeral home community, if you want to call it that or whatever. They're very well known by the community. People have been using their services for generations.
Never got caught fucking a body. Got it.
Never got caught fucking about it. This guy, so the funeral homes went down a few generations. It was inherited by a daughter, and she had a son. Her son got into the business. They sent him to like a mortician school or whatever. And while I was there, he found people from other businesses, and he was talking to them because they actually own their own crematorium.
Mhm.
Not every funeral home do. They usually outsource it. So he started asking them like, "Oh, well, how much do you charge for this?" And they're like, "Oh, like $250, $350, something like that." And he was like, "Huh?" So he got the bright idea to start undercutting businesses by a lot. He started charging funeral homes $55 to cremate a body. And
Oh man.
here's the thing: the way he did to make that work is he would just the crematorium had 2 burners, and he would just shovel bodies into the burners. At first, like 2 or 3 or whatever, which is unethical, but it's like I'm like kind of get it. He's trying to save money or whatever, but that's still fucked up. But he started getting insane with it. He started trying to shove 15 to 20 bodies.
Is this a
into
Netflix
each
show?
thing. It's on HBO.
Documentary?
HBO
It is
killing it lately.
it is a documentary. Like, so I'm watching and I'm like, this is crazy. But then they start showing the numbers. I remember before he got involved, the funeral home did like, let's say 150 cremations in 1 year.
Mhm.
Then he got involved with his little business scheme. The very next year, he did like 1,200. Like,
Okay,
blew
10
that number
times?
out the freaking number. 5 years later, in 1 year, he did 8,000 bodies.
And he did not. It's the same 2-burner setup. Did not even increase like his amount.
They did not increase. Still, this 2-burner setup. He just had bodies upon bodies, like in freezers or whatever, and just nonstop having the burners run all freaking day, shoving like 15 to 20. And here's the thing, like the way they would get the bodies in there, like they'll start like cutting off limbs, breaking bones, just to freaking get the bodies into these burners. Like complete insanity. And here's the thing, he's in the documentary, so they're interviewing him. And to this day, he was like, I don't see what the problem is. He was
I mean,
like, it's just a body. It's not a loved one. There's no soul in it. It's just a body. It's just like getting rid of
it's false advertising.
roadkill. Roadkill, right? Like
Mhm.
to this day he doesn't see anything wrong with what he did. He was like, it doesn't matter.
So I get his point about, to be honest, it is just a body and whatever. But if I'm paying for my deceased loved one to get cremated and I want their ashes, I don't want 25 other. I'm not paying for 25 other people's ashes. All right. If you advertise it that you'll probably get some of your ashes, maybe, but you're false.
Right.
First of all, it's a the least of his crimes is false advertising. But also, many people are really sensitive to that being their loved one's body, and even though their loved one is dead, it's still they want their family member's ashes, not a fucking smorgasbord of fucking ashes. So
here's
So
obviously,
here's the
it's
thing.
psycho.
you get certified pre-owned cremations back, essentially. And
and
just because
here's the,
I was really curious about this, I looked it up, and for anybody in chat, any viewers that are watching, in case you were curious, the Guinness World Record for the largest mass cremation event held in any one particular place and given time was in December 1997 in Thailand. During this event, the remains of 21,347 individuals, specifically tons of bones and skulls representing unclaimed remains from a former Chinese cemetery in Bangkok, were cremated. 21,347 individuals. So, fun fact for audience.
Is that legitimately a Guinness World Record?
It says the Guinness World Record for most bodies cremated. Yes, December
Is that-
1997.
But is that Gemini AI or is that like a real thing?
I'm on Perplexity, so it's
Okay, so maybe
and
it's real. Maybe it's not.
but it's using Wikipedia as its source.
Okay.
So
Wow, I did not know Guinness had a record for most bodies cremated.
that's the first thing I asked. I'm like, what's the when you as soon as you said 8,000 bodies, I'm like, there's got to be a Guinness World Record for this. Let me search for it.
Damn.
so the thing about it, like what Miguel was saying, is I don't want cremations of my loved one along with 20 other people. Like they did so much, and there was no organizing or whatever. They were just trying to do it as fast as possible. So they'll load it up, burn them, get rid of that, and just throw it aside and start doing it again. And so then they would just go back to the ashes, put it in boxes or whatever.
Yeah.
So like there's a very real chance you got 0% of your loved one.
That's
Yeah.
true.
You got 20,
Especially if they forgot. Like, oh
random
shit, I
individuals.
forgot John. He was in the last pile. Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Poor John.
Yeah, definitely there's no expectation of any type of organization because like he hired people on the streets, like people that he could influence with money to kind of keep their mouth shut. And even then, like, because they're interviewing his employees too, like they're like, he just made it seem like this is what the business was, like this is how it's done. So like they didn't even like they kind of knew it was kind of messed up and wrong, but at the same time they figured like, oh well, this is the job I'm getting paid for. And here's the one thing I
Dude,
think
we're
actually
not-
Miguel
I'm
might
not. I'm not hacking up fucking random dead bodies and be like, "This is normal. This is what they do." What the fuck you talking about? Like, get the fuck out of here. People love playing dumb.
Well, Miguel might actually like this guy because apparently he took very good care of his employees, bought them
Okay.
cars, paid them very well.
All right, so he's not all bad.
I love how he's like, yeah, Miguel actually, I think he'd take this guy out for a beer. I think he'd be okay with him.
The false advertising and the weird business, but I mean, at least he's sharing the wealth. At least he's sharing the wealth.
He shared the wealth. He shared the
Then you
wealth.
know what? All right, innocent. Innocent.
They should unionize immediately. Wow.
I mean, again, I'm not precious about dead bodies, so I'm also like, kind of like who gives a shit, but also you're selling a service that these people care about, so you are screwing out the family members. Now they'll probably never know. They would never know until he got too greedy,
Right.
But it is
What
unethical.
happened to the way he got caught was once again, he didn't hire the smartest of individuals, and they were also drug addicts. So one guy like passed out, like sleeping, and the crematorium ended up burning down. But
Wait,
but
did the guy get out?
What?
Drug addict? Did the drug addict burn down too?
no, the drug addict went home.
Maybe he turned
and
into a
went to
meth
jail.
lab. Maybe he was trying to like the Breaking Bad. He was trying to
So
cook some
then
shit in there.
So then he bought like a warehouse thing, like out in the desert or whatever, under the business title of ceramics.
Oh my
And he had like
god.
these big giant like kilns or whatever. And he started burning people in there, and that's how he got caught because he started doing a lot more bodies.
So I had to do the calculation because of the way my brain works. You said 8,000 in a year before.
Yeah, I think it was like around 8,500, something like that.
So assuming that he did not take a break for holidays or weekends, we're talking over 23 bodies per day.
Mm-hmm.
That's impressive.
Which it doesn't seem. Yeah, that doesn't seem actually that
But per day.
crazy.
But
Yeah,
that's
per day.
assuming he did it all 365 days. He didn't take off Christmas or New
No.
Year's or anything. He did it every single day, which is
The 85.
I don't see
well,
that
the
happening every day.
Well, the 8,500 though, but is that when he was already like he had that like big warehouse ceramics factory?
No, I think that so that if you watch the documentary, that was the tally up right before the place burned down.
Oh, so he was doing even more than probably when he was out in the desert or whatever.
I'm kind of curious.
The-
Was
the
he
desert-
using the material to make the ceramics? Like Are
He wasn't
deceased
making
ones-
ceramics, He just
deceased
fake
dead ones in
business.
tiles in someone's bathroom right now in Miramar?
I mean,
like
Actually, I think people would buy like a dead tile, a dead person. They have like those like the diamonds or whatever they make out of the ashes,
Yeah.
the fake diamonds.
I
so.
guess if you mix it with the clay and then baked it, you could have made it. You can make
Yeah.
tiles out of it. I mean,
absolutely, you can.
I would. That's actually not. I
like,
don't
oh
think-
wow, your floor looks amazing. What's it made out of? Wouldn't you like
Ask
to know?
ChatGPT how legal that is.
Yeah.
That's a good business idea.
So yeah, like, I'm watching this and I'm just like, I'm impressed by that guy because like the audacity of him. Like he was just like, but at the same time, I could respect the hustle. Right? He was nonstop. He was driving up and down the state of California, getting as much business as he could, or whatever. But then like the story starts getting wilder. Like
How does that
Another
conversation start if you're looking for dead bodies? Like,
You go to funeral
well,
homes.
no,
You
he's
say,
going.
"Hey,
He's
yeah.
going to hospitals. He's going to
oh,
other funeral homes.
like
Just
did he get?
offering his cremation services.
I mean, did he get kickbacks from like mob bosses and like
he just undercut people on
gangs?
price." He said
Yeah,
it was
he just
$250. He's saying $55, which first of all should immediately throw up red flags. Like, how are you 20% of the cost?
So
You
that's
know
the thing,
someone on
one of
some.
his, well,
So-
one of his competitors put that together. He was
Yeah.
like, the only way he could afford this is by doing it in bulk, right?
Yeah.
Which was illegal. So
Yeah.
he started deep diving. This guy found out this guy was onto him, poisoned him, killed him.
What?
He killed
What?
it. That the story starts getting crazier. He
Oh,
killed
man.
this guy, and at first the whole point of the documentary up to this time is like it was just this guy. This guy's the scumbag. And every time like they reference his mother, they're like his mother's like the nicest lady, freaking angel, really cares about the family business. But now I finished watching episode 2. Episode 3 will air this Sunday. Now they're showing that the mother was also fucking evil.
How many
These
episodes is this? Gotta
These
add this.
motherfuckers, it's three episodes. So
Good
this Sunday will
Lord.
be the last episode. When they get the bodies, they will take the teeth out of the freaking bodies with gold plates,
Oh yeah, that's
Well, that's a given.
hit and crush the teeth with a hammer. And they're also alluding to they haven't gotten that much into the detail, but this family was selling body parts into the black market for organs.
I
Long
thought
after
they
they were
but-
dead.
Not
How
like
does that?
not like organs because they're dead, but like tissue,
Yeah.
eyeballs, like the pupils, stuff like
What
that.
is this Minority Report?
But what do you mean, like
Fuck.
for transplants or just for like weird, creepy people? Like,
To-
what do you mean? There's
No, to like colleges or
oh,
medicinal
like
places for
Ow.
like training and studies and stuff like that.
Al is in chat. He goes, "Hey, this floor is my grandma."
this part, I'm like, yeah.
So
Ah, it's my abuela.
and then like my favorite thing about the documentary, they actually have this guy and they're talking to him, and he still gives zero fucks about anything he did. He does not, and he was like, he was like, yeah, you can't sell body parts. Yeah, you can't charge people for body parts, but you could charge people for the service to get them the body parts. So that's
Yeah,
how he was,
there's always
because he
loophole.
was selling it to legitimate places, like I said, colleges and medical research facilities and stuff like that. So it was like legitimate places, but he was only charging for the services for non-consenting bodies. Like that
Wow.
shit's insane to me.
Imagine
Yeah.
getting a group discount. Like, no, fuck $55 each. I'll do 10, but it'll be 45 each.
Wonder if I'll get a pardon. Is
Oh,
he in
he
jail?
already started. He
served
already
his
served
time.
his time. He's already out. He served his time. He's out.
He's up in a new funeral home.
I was about to say, what's he up to? We need a,
Yeah,
a
I'm
VH.
very
Where are they
curious.
now?
I wonder what he's doing now. I'm really curious. Maybe episode 3. You gotta let us know. You gotta give us the update in 2 weeks. I'm gonna watch this now. I gotta watch this shit.
Definitely watch it. It's
I f-
so freaking interesting.
I feel like this should be a business idea in Shark Tank.
Oh yeah, that'll work. Wow, unbelievable. I thought it was gonna be like a 6 Feet Under story. This is
well beyond the 6 Feet Under story. Although, you know, there was some fucked up episodes in 6 Feet Under too where they were doing some weird shit too.
that was
right?
good. That was a good show though. But they were actually kind of like good, like a good funeral home. They were just fucked up in their personal lives. Were a mess.
Yeah, they were
their
fucked
personal
up.
lives were a mess.
Like Claire's boyfriend at one time was stealing all the embalming fluid for his drugs.
Oh yeah, I barely remember. I gotta watch that show again. That was a good show.
Or
HBO's heydays.
Yeah, what the hell was her
I mean,
name?
HBO's still pretty freaking good.
Well, I mean, the Max to HBO. I mean, I'm still pissed they canceled Carnival. That show was fucking good, and then they canceled it. Oh, pissed me off so
I
much.
can't remember the last HBO show I actually watched religiously, outside of like 6 Feet Under, Sopranos,
You didn't watch Game of Thrones?
The Wire. I did not watch Game of Thrones.
House of Dragon?
I watched the first
I
season. of House
heard
of Dragon. I
everybody
watched the second one.
complain about the ending of the Game of Thrones, and I'm like, what the fuck was that?
It was an abomination. That show has to be the most overrated show, and I watched all of it. That show, they're like, oh, the last season was bad. I'm like, bro, seasons 4 to 7 were fucking terrible. Not terrible, but like kept getting worse and worse. And the first 4 seasons had some clunkers too, because the showrunners are just garbage. The only reason that show was any good was the source material. Anytime they strayed from it, it was trash. But you know, whatever. They're trash.
I never watched the show. I just heard about it.
Yeah, it's worth watching.
It is crazy. He still hasn't finished.
He's not going to finish
The
it.
book.
He doesn't know how to finish it. He doesn't know how to finish it.
You talking about the
That's
book
why.
for the book for the show?
Yeah,
No,
because
the book for like
the books,
well,
the
it's not
basic
for the
no,
show, like
Oh,
for himself.
the
'Cause
next-
it was originally
yeah.
a novel. It was originally books,
Yeah.
a series,
yeah.
and they started
Yeah,
making the
series,
show
like-
before he finished. He didn't finish the story yet.
Al,
He's
what's
not
on
gonna-
what's on Plex?
Freaking his thing.
Probably
of
talking about the
Thrones?
documentaries. Probably talking about.
Oh, yeah, I gotta watch that too. I got 2 things to watch.
That's supposed to shout out.
Mountain
The
Head.
Plex is a secret.
Not anymore.
Secret. I've been watching on Apple TV actually per Al's recommendation. On Plex Apple TV. What is it? The show where the guy's a robot. The guy from True Blood and from God damn it. Now it's gonna drive me nuts. I have to say. I'm sorry. Apple TV shows robot. Murderbot. It's pretty good. I recommend it.
I
don't
heard
wanna spoil
about that.
anything. It's good. I like
I
it.
think one of you were talking about that. Wasn't it
Probably.
last week or the week before? One of you was talking about Murderbot.
Probably it's got to be me because
Yeah.
nobody else
I
watching it.
never.
What's that show about? Boss that murder people?
It's in the far future. You know, it's another show that is produced by a giant corporation that's very anti-corporate. The show, but basically, like people are colonizing new worlds, and it's like they have a security robot that comes with them. That we don't know the whole backstory, but it seems like they're made from like dead humans. Is where the show seems to be going. Like they're half synthetic, half real, and they do have, and so like they do have, I think, a human brain. I think is where they're going to use it, but they're like, so they're kind of like robot slaves, kind of what we were discussing. It feeds into that whole topic that is our favorite topic is free will for robots. So
Favorite topic.
You know, you just
Favorite topic.
reminded me of that Apple TV Tom Hanks movie with him and a robot. What the hell? What
I
was
don't know that
that?
one.
Robot.
Yeah, it was Tom. It was like Tom Hanks and a robot for the whole movie.
I don't know this one.
It was Apple TV. Yeah, it was like it was pitched as think about
Tom Hanks
Castaway.
robot movie. Finch.
Finch. Yeah, Finch.
I definitely did not. This is
That was
2021. This is a while
that
ago.
was animated, right?
No,
No, it's not.
it was not animated. I remember watching it. I'm like, what is the point of this movie? It was depressing me. I was like, having Tom Hanks alone. I'm thinking of like Castaway. I mean,
Yeah.
Castaway had its moments. It was entertaining, so it wasn't that depressing. I'm just watching this because it was like a post-apocalyptic world where
I love
was just
post-apocalyptic stuff.
it was
We're
just
gonna live
him
it soon.
and his robot, and they're just trying to survive. And then I think they were trying to be eaten by some cannibals or something, some humans that turned to cannibals, and then he had to hide from them. But I
Sounds like
remember
future. Sounds like the future. The Road. Cormac McCarthy.
I thought you were about to say it sounds like our future.
It definitely does. It sounds like our future. For
in the,
sure.
but like in the next few months, kind of future, like not that far away.
Please let me go on. Please let me get out of this country.
The finale of the United States is coming soon, right?
So what's the likelihood of Miguel not coming back from Japan?
I forgot to ask, was that a one-way ticket or a two-way?
It's one way, but free cancellation. It's two-way. It's a round trip. It's a round trip.
I don't know if I believe that, but okay, we're gonna take that.
I wish I could say 100% chance I don't come back, but honestly, it's probably close to 100% chance that I do come back.
The $1 million question is that everybody and all of our viewers want to know is: are you going to podcast with us while in Japan?
That's my intention.
Okay,
it's my intention.
9 p.m. here is what time there? Like
10 a.m.
11.
10 a.m. there.
10 a.m. Okay.
So I'll try to wake up.
I'll try to wake up.
Hopefully, our
let your
streaming
boss
app.
find out.
Well, honestly, that's the reason I would be asleep is because if I'm working American hours, it would be the opposite. I'd be working at like 6.
So you'll be staying up late that day.
That's right.
Yeah, I'll be staying up late every night.
No.
I'll definitely be working the whole time. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I do intend to. Maybe I'll try to go to different areas and maybe try to podcast from like different locations, but probably kind of rude. Well, yeah, except for I don't want to be filming random people. So we'll see. We'll see.
You go to like an internet cafe or something like that.
That's true.
There's a side of a mountain. I think their 5G is a lot better than ours.
Even if I have an apartment, if I I'll throw out the window, get some different views. Set my boring background here.
You can get it from your favorite company in the whole world.
Where's the framed dollar, the foot dollar?
If it's not framed
where's
yet,
my framed dollar? God damn it!
It's not framed yet, but it is still here. It is still here.
I paid good hard money for this. What the fuck?
Gross! Don't say it was hard money.
It was hard and moist.
Oh God! No, I don't want it anymore. I'm gonna burn that. I'm gonna cremate that shit with the rest of the bodies.
Touch of fungus on it, I think. Yes, he has some athlete's foot when he showed it on stream. All right.
Yeah, you got to clip. I put a picture of the actual when I showed the foot from the frame, and then put that.
What episode number was that? Maybe I'll put that as a YouTube short on our channel.
Don't ask me to remember that. Come on, we just talked about how bad our memories are.
Yeah.
I have to go through.
Welcome to the Jersey Schmedium Only Feet channel. Yeah.
All right. Well, anyway, world's ending. So
the world is ending, and we're going to podcast live next week while the world is ending, and they're pillaging and screaming and setting shit on fire. So that's what we're going to do next week, and hopefully by then Ed will come back from
Hopefully not.
Wow!
No, we need 3 people. We need 3 people at least.
Hey, we started with 2. We did good. We were talking about hemorrhoids and shits and.
You said hemorrhoids.
Oh, we did. We had
you missed the beginning.
Hemorrhoids in the first 5 minutes. Hemorrhoids came.
We had a hemorrhoids commercial in the first 5 minutes. We were we were selling product.
Oh, okay.
We had a sponsor.
I'm glad I missed that. I'm glad I wasn't there for that.
Yeah.
But in any case, we're gonna close this one out and tune in next week for episode number 22. Thank you for joining us. Make sure everybody stays safe, and we'll see you next time.
See you. Fuck Trump.
Peace out.
Peace.